Alright, here we are. Lawrence character bio number 3. And I really hope that I'm not going to run out of storage, otherwise I might have to film this later and edit up the rest. So, we're at a crossroads. Is he gonna go be betrothed to this woman for the alliance, for the country, and all this stuff? Is he gonna marry Felina and live happily ever after and shirk his responsibilities? He agonizes over this for a long time. So when he tells Theo about Felina and about all this, I mean, Theo is not surprised. He sees that they're together all the time. He's not shocked. He just thought that Lawrence could do like he does with all the other ladies, just be with them on the side, and then you look into your marriage, opportunities. And I think that Theo asks Lawrence, if I died, could you be king? Really? Could you handle this job? Could you do this? Or would you end up like our mother and end up dead? Or putting the country in chaos like it was for years? Do you really think you can do this? And I mean, Lawrence is like, well, I mean, I would try and I would do my best and blah, blah, blah. And Theo's like, no, I can tell you that you can't do this. I know you too well. You would crumple just like our mom did. And I don't want to see that happen to you. I don't want you to end up like our mom. And I want you to try to find happiness in this world because I know how much you struggle with that. And so if you can find a way to be happy, we can make it work. I'll marry the princess of the other country and have my ladies on the side because he doesn't care about that. And all this. Go be with her. Lawrence is in shock that his brother said this, He can't believe that Theo has given his blessing pretty much. So he goes to Felina. And it's nighttime. It's pouring rain. He doesn't even care. He goes to her. And he knocks on her little peasant door. It's the prince. He knocks on her door, and her mom answers, and her mom knows too, because Felina and her mom are really close, and Felina has told her mom. And her mom is kind of with Felina, you can't ask him to give up his country. That's ridiculous. No one is that important. He goes to her and he convinces her to come out and talk to him. She doesn't want to see him at all because she's ashamed that she let herself go like that. She's embarrassed. She loves him so much. As soon as she looks at him, she'll just be lost again. That's how she sees it. So he finally convinces her to come outside and he tells her, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I'm willing to give up my throne to be with you. And Felina is like, what am I supposed to say? How? I can't ask you to do that. I say yes, you give up your whole country for me? The people will be pissed. People are always pissed when their prince marries a peasant. People just don't like it, I guess. It's dumb, but people don't like it. I mean, they have this back and forth, And I don't know if she decides that night, but she decides, because he tells her, Theo gave me his blessing. He's, this is what Theo said, and this is how I feel, and I think that he's right. He knows me almost better than I know myself. If I had been thrown in this situation, I would have forced myself to deal with it, but he's right. I would fall apart like my mom did. And so I need you there. I need you. Pretty much what he says. So Felina thinks about it for a while and decides, yes, they're going to get married. I can tell you that I'm happy about that decision. It took a very long time for me to realize whether he was going to be with her or not. And I had come up with all different scenarios, that she gets married to a baker, and he marries the princess, and blah, blah, blah. No. He marries Felina. That absolutely happens. So, they get married. He abdicates his throne, or his claim to the throne. Pretty much the way the succession is going to go, because it's not going to go to Lawrence. Theo is king. The succession will go to any heirs that Theo has, which he does have heirs. I think like a boy, or maybe 2 boys. I'm not sure. He has heirs with his princess. And then, of course, it will go down that line, down Theo's line. And it will skip Lawrence. If something happens and Theo's children die before having any heirs, the throne will skip Lawrence and go to Lawrence's heirs. Because Lawrence has given up his throne. He said, I don't want it. So he can't get it back, even if the people's is dead. I mean, I think the only way he could possibly get it back would be if he didn't have any kids himself. Then he would be the last one. Or it would possibly go to another relative on his mom's side, if there's any left. Like, he would have to be the last possible candidate to become king, if that happened. Lawrence and Felina, he gets some lands and stuff, so they're not poor peasant people. He's a wealthy lord. He had investments and things that were making him money, as a prince. So he kept a lot of those. Shocker, I ran out of space. I talked too long. So they're not destitute. He has lands and investments and businesses that he owns that he makes money. So they're wealthy. So that's a new thing for Felina. She's never been wealthy before. They're, wealthy lord and lady. And they have one child. They have a girl. I don't know her name yet, but I know that it's a girl. She grows up, being a lord and lady, and her uncle is the king, and she's spoiled, and, all this stuff. At the same time, Theo has, he gets married to a princess, and they have their children. I think they have 2 boys who grow up and everything, and, they're all close family and everything. So what I'm saying is that it's not like Lawrence is cast out and not allowed at the court or anything. Like, Theo and him are still buddies, and he is still, like, kind of like an advisory type thing, but he's also, like, in charge, like, Lawrence is in charge of, like, the science department kind of thing. So the boys grow up. I don't know how old they are. I think Theo doesn't die until he's old. Way old. Lawrence is old, and they eventually both die. So it's just Felina and the daughter. I will think of a name eventually. And then the 2 brothers, her 2 cousins, and one of them is now king. I don't know what happens, but they both die. I don't think it's a battle. It's probably some illness. Smallpox again or something like that. I don't know if they die at the same time. It's probably like the older one dies, and then the second one is only king for a short time. I haven't thought about all this stuff yet, because this is after Lawrence is dead. Lawrence is dead. He died old man. So both her cousins die. So that means she becomes the queen of their country. She's not prepared. Like, she's done some lessons and, in case she becomes queen, but she's like her dad. She does not have a political mind. Unfortunately for her, her story is a lot like Mary, Queen of Scots. She has some bad marriages that really mess her up. She's a lot like his mom in the mental mood disorder thing. I don't think she's as bad. Like, the peasant genes helped filter it out some, but they were hardcore in there. So she didn't escape scot-free, but so she doesn't always make the best of decisions, and being ill-equipped to become queen didn't help either. So, I mean, Felina tries to help her, but she's a peasant. She doesn't know how to help her that much, and she makes bad marriages. She, I don't know what is her final end, but it's not a happy one, unfortunately. And I think after she dies, like, during her reign, the country's all in an upheaval. And then afterwards, of course, it's civil war kind of thing. I mean, I think she has children, but I think it's like a shift in the reigns. What family is going to be in charge next is going to be what happens during and after his daughter's time in being queen. That's the story. I talked so long that the sun is setting. The lighting has changed. I talked so long. But I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about Lawrence's story. I really liked telling you guys. I love his story. I love Lawrence. Can't wait to make him look how he's supposed to with his grumpy eyes and everything, and I want to make him some more clothes. I want to get Felina. I just want to figure her out more first. And at this point, she's so underdeveloped that it doesn't seem likely that I'll be getting her anytime soon at all. I'm actually more likely to get his daughter before I get Felina, because his daughter is interesting to me and seems like I will be more likely to develop her. I can't figure Felina out. I can't decide. Like, I need to make her more interesting to me, so I want to develop her, but I haven't been able to do that yet. I know what sculpt Felina would be, though I waffle on that sometimes because it's hard to decide when you don't know the character fully. For me, it is anyway. I don't know what sculpt his daughter would be. I haven't really thought about it, but it's probably more likely that I'll get her before I get Felina. Thanks for watching all 3 of these videos. I look forward to Annandale's Adley videos whenever those happen. I hope soon, because Adley seems like she's awesome and I love her. So, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!